𝐁𝐡𝐚𝐤𝐭𝐢 श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastatare Sata Namo Vishnu Pariya Krishna Prithaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami namne. Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshulamulitam Janatasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantika. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaja Ki. So it's our great fortune to glorify a pure devotee. To glorify a pure devotee is beneficial for those who can glorify a pure devotee, and for those who hear the glories of pure devotees. So it's my great fortune to speak something about His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. I saw his dealings with my spiritual master. Very intimate. In our movement, it is very conspicuous that there's racism in ISKCON. But His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj is one of those souls, devotees who are above the body, not just for philosophy. We have so many people who are speaking heavy philosophy, but we don't see the philosophy which we speak in us. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, you can see the philosophy he speaks. A practical experience. I've seen many devotees who cannot greet me. Many. Even though we sit in the same GPC room, a meeting, they cannot say Hare Krishna to me. Bhakti Charu Maharaj, not just saying Hare Krishna, he embraced me. Not only that. A few years ago, 35 devotees came from West Africa. And it happens to be Kumbh Mela that time. So all the devotees went to Jain, being invited specifically by Maharaj, Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And they were nicely, honorably received. Honorably received. And fully cared for by the personal attention of Maharaj himself. And I saw Maharaj will take devotees on the Kirtan, the public Kirtan, there. He is holding microphone for the black devotees to have Kirtan throughout the whole period. I saw, you can see this is it's a national coverage program. Maharaj is holding microphone. There are many devotees there. There are many disciples there to do that. But to show his non-sectarian nature, to demonstrate that Sri Prabhupada's movement, his teaching, is perfect and completely pure. And there are some people who are living this philosophy. Maharaja was doing this personally every day. Does he need to do that? There are many disciples there to do it. But the solemn Bhakti Charu Maharaja was doing it personally. The whole Kirtan. For days, the devotees were there. I was seeing that and was feeling, yes, this is love in action. We know that he is a perfect singer. And everyone would love to hear him. He never let the Kirtan throw out that time. Usually in a big festival like that, who would not like to be the one to lead the Kirtan? He would have been the only person to do the Kirtan, but he gave it completely to the black African devotees. And he's holding mic directly for him to sing throughout the whole time. I don't see many of his god brothers who can do that. Yeah, he did. We saw this, how we will not feel comfortable and happy with such a person. Maharaj sponsored my Gurudev's Samadhi in Mayapur. He sponsored everything. Get everything done, shipped to Mayapur, and were fully installed. All at the expenses of his son, Bhakti Charu. When my Gurudev is in Mayapur for the whole period in Mayapur, for the whole years, he had been going to Mayapur for the GBC meeting and other festivals. He stays with his son, Bhakti Charu Maharaj. They share the same ashram. Gurudev lives with him. And even if it is not there, Gurudev stays there, like he stays in his own house. That is the mood he had. So naturally we are attracted to him. We're seeing the love he has for our own Guru. It is natural to develop this affection for him. Natural. He would not do that. It is natural that we have this affection for his soul and Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And I remember so after the installation, the Gurudev was ashes were put in Samadhi, and all was finished. We were very, very happy. So I requested to go and greet him and thank him personally, just to say thank you, which is nothing. What is nothing? It's nothing. He accepted. He invited me to come in one morning. So I went in the morning. I was going there to go and greet him, but I had made arrangement that it was at his breakfast time. So we can take prasadam together. When I went and showed the prasadam, I was I became very, very tiny and very uncomfortable. I didn't prepare for this. He said, no, sit down, take prasadam. I said, Maharaja, we came to greet you, to thank you for the service you have been doing all along. He said, oh, sit down, that is nothing. And only small prasadam we took, and he went for the GBC meeting and left me there. So ate. So I remember all these dealings. He translated the 64 principles for community. It's the Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. He translated from Bengali to English. And my Gurudev gave the purport to the book. And when he spoke about Gurudev some years ago in my book, and he said something which many people did not understand. It's something which is there in the mind. He was the one person who could say it, but Gurudev. At this, he said Bhakti 𝐶𝐻𝐻, it is not from this planet, he came from a different planet. He was not pretending to say that. And I remember every time when he's chanting the 𝐤𝐢𝐳 love mantra, it's so sweet, the tears will come out from my eyes. Every time I hear him chant, so sweet. He chanted for my Guru that I have seen, and he was chanting also for Krishna Goswami. So sweet in the morning. As I was mentioning the other day, his devotional service is so pure that it touches the heart. His singing, his bhajan, his lectures. In a GBC college, he was one of the beginners to teach, to encourage ISKCON to go for GBC college. So the year I attended, he didn't teach there, but we have his previous lectures that part of the training. Wonderful. Things which we normally read in Bhagavad Gita, but Maharaja says explain it and answers the question. It was very difficult. These are the same verse we read every day. So his devotional activities are very, very powerful and can penetrate the hearts of devotees who are eager to hear, who are thirsty for pure Krishna consciousness. Those we saw what is shown Bhakti Charu. And my phone, what is there? My ringtone is Damodara prayers. There is no music I hear for the whole Kartik month except this. The whole month. So I don't hear anything from morning till night. I play throughout. When I'm sleeping, I play throughout. When I finish, I play. So it's continuous. The peak of my Kartik is to hear, to listen to Maharaja's Kirtan, glorifying Damodara Leela. So it's my ringtone, ringtone, and my favorite bhajan. Favorite. The bhakti he put into it is very, very tasty, that one cannot get tired of hearing it. Very sweet. What is there in the heart will come out through our activities. For one who has bhakti, one has Krishna in the heart, when he speaks, when he leads Kirtan, it will come out. We don't have much of his association in West Africa, but fortunately, I always see him in Mayapur every year during the GBC meeting. Every year. And then one day we were having our meeting, SDGs. I was fortunate to be one day in his group. All the leaders were all divided in different groups, and I was fortunate to be on his table one day. And the issue we had to discuss, it was not clear to me. So while we were looking at it to think about the solution, Maharaja, he came last to sit on our table. When he came, everybody was very respectful. As soon as he sat down, he took the paper and looked at it. 2 minutes. All the discussion finished. 2 minutes. Just gave all the points. Blah, blah, blah. Finished. This is Bhakti. So every devotee has both, is Diksha or Siksha disciples, or everybody is in very deep love with him, for his lovely dealing with every devotee. The devotee sent me a picture. Just look at, we are going to miss this smile. All his picture you see, smiling. People the sales girls are trained to go and practice how to come and smile for people to get customer. But that is not from the heart, it's external. Nobody is affected by that. It will only create lust. But the smile which is coming from the pure heart, it will also create pure love for Krishna. It will encourage people to become Krishna conscious. This is the nature of his son, Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. So every year we see him in Mayapur, nicely dressed, neat, fresh, always fresh looking, always fresh, simple, smiling, greeting everyone around. Many sannyasis they greet him, they just walk past, they don't care who is greeting. Maharaj is looking around, accepting, giving audience to devotees and accepting the greeting from devotees. So we go to Mayapur every year expecting to have his smile, his presence. It is not a one has to speak throughout to get association. Just by presence, a moment association with sadhu. It gives more purification than thousands of times bathing in Ganga. Just a moment. Bathing in Ganga will take prolonged time to get purified. But the moment with the sadhu, moment association with the sadhu, all difficulties become destroyed. And just one word from them is sufficient to destroy the ignorance. Also, he came for Navadip Parikrama, some places, sometimes, some places, to speak deep realization, deep pastimes. Of course, the scripture is in his language, so that is his own. That is, it's for him is play. It's a child. It's a play. He understood everything clearly, everything perfectly. We have been told how he serves Prabhupada. Not just as a external devotee during whimsical service, he serves Srila Prabhupada from the heart. He accepted Srila Prabhupada not only as his spiritual master, but this is my father. That's the relationship he has with Prabhupada. This is my father, my father. And Prabhupada treated him like this is my child, my son. And Prabhupada, seeing his level of devotion, he gave him sannyasa. All the brothers said, "Oh no, it's too early, no." And Prabhupada said, "I give him." Because Prabhupada knows who he is. He gave him. That will attract envy. But it is natural. It will attract envy. But it is natural. And he told her how she was heavily chastised. Heavily chastised. For something it is like nothing. When one is envious of someone, that's what happens. When one is envious of somebody, we're just looking for a chance to descend on the person. The moment, oh yeah, this is my chance to crucify you. So he went with that disturbed mind to Mr. Prabhupada. And Prabhupada understood. Like a father. You want to be mature in Krishna consciousness, then accept it. If you want to be mature, you want to be experienced in Krishna consciousness, then accept it. Either you are wrong or not right, but it has happened. So what to do? Accept it. He was very happy to get that from his Muslims, and happily, joyfully, everything just disappeared. So he went back to his ashram very peacefully. No grudge, no resentment, there was no malice. He simply accepted. Yes. His solid Bhakti Maharaj told me a few days ago. We were discussing. He came to South Africa. He has many disciples there. And he has intention as a pure devotee, having equal vision. He wanted to follow what Srila Prabhupada established everywhere. This is African country, preached to the Africans, but they preach differently. So Bhakti Charu Maharaj said, no, this is what Prabhupada wanted. I have to do it. I'm a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. My duty is to do what he would be happy with. They did not allow him. So since you cannot allow me, you want to do something outside Prabhupada, I'm not part of it. He resigned at GBC from South Africa. He left. He said, you know, a pure devotee, not always speaking big philosophy, and then you have empty life, which many devotees are. Bhakti Charu Maharaj, a devotee according to Prabhupada, is full. He is full. Therefore, nothing can disturb him. You remember last Sunday during our lecture, a question came about how he left the body in a hospital, not in the middle of devotees like others. So devotees mind can think of this. And we gave answer that day. We gave answer. A devotee of Krishna is a devotee. Had the Parikshit Maharaj left the body? Parikshit Maharaj, how did he leave his body? This is a person Krishna came to protect him in a womb. So Krishna cannot protect him from snake bite. Krishna doesn't have power. He has power only to protect Brahmastra weapon and not a snake. Which one is more powerful? Brahmastra. Krishna protected him. He gave protection, even a new body. His body was burnt. But Krishna gave me a fresh body. He's a devotee. The same person leaving the body by snake bite in fire was cremated live. Usually the body is cremated after the soul has left, but Parikshit Maharaj was cremated alive. So what happened? He went to heaven, he went to hell. Parikshit Maharaj went to hell. He went back to Godhead. So how a pure devotee leaves the body has nothing to do with his Krishna consciousness. For a conditioned soul, that is a different thing. The time and place has to be considered. For a pure devotee, there's no time, there's no calculation. Because what did Krishna said? My pure devotee lives in my heart, and I live in the heart of my pure devotee. So what is the problem for such a soul? What's the problem for such a soul? Everybody knows that Parikshit Maharaj is a exalted devotee, pure devotee of Krishna. So Krishna is what is pure devotee in all circumstances, in all situations. Similarly, Holy Bhakti Charu Maharaj, either he leaves the body in the house, or he leaves the body in the hospital, he leaves the body in the water, wherever, has nothing to do with his Krishna consciousness. The only thing we need to do is to attain to that stage where Krishna is permanently with us, we are permanently with Krishna. There is no separation. When one has gotten to that level, whatever material situation is has nothing to do with reality. So there's no question, there's no doubt about his Holy Bhakti Charu Maharaj's situation. No doubt about it. Rupa Goswami, he mentioned in Dr. Madhava. Rupa Goswami, Dr. Madhava. Even if a devotee takes bread among the animals as plants or in the forest or inside the water, Lord Krishna goes there to deliver his devotee because he doesn't want his devotees to suffer. And in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said what? One who preaches the glory, these teachings about Gita, one who teaches that devotee the teachings about Gita is what? Very dear to me, past, present, and future. This Swami Bhakti Charu Maharaj is preach Krishna consciousness everywhere in the whole world. She's not dear to Krishna. One who is dear to Krishna, do we have to attribute any material thing to him, situation to him? Krishna is beyond matter. So also his devotees are beyond matter. So, the position or the situation of pure devotees, it should be clearly understood that they are in the hands of Krishna. My devotees are never lost to me, and I'm never lost to my devotees. A person in Krishna is constantly seeing, following, protecting. What will happen to that devotee? The Krishna uses devotee to teach us the exalted nature of the devotees, different from other conditioned souls. If a conditioned soul leaves the body in a hospital, you go to hell. A pure devotee leaves the body in a hospital, you go back home, back to Godhead. Because Krishna is devotee. So he preached Krishna consciousness extensively, everywhere, fearlessly. He is fully conscious of what happened. He knows he's going to leave now. Confirmed by his Swami 𝐺𝐴𝐴 Maharaj. 𝐺𝐴𝐴 Maharaj told us before he left for US, he gave a lecture, and 𝐺𝐴𝐴 Maharaj told us that when he had this lecture, he didn't sleep the whole night, because he knew, Prabhupada is going to take this one from us again. He said he didn't sleep the whole night thinking about it. And a few years ago, his Holy Bhakti Charu Maharaja wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. You are taking all your big generals for different assignment for them. And I remember you gave me something, and I have finished all this. When are you going to take me? I have finished all the assignment you gave to me. So I have finished here now. So what to do? Give me another service. He deliberately offered a prayer to his prisoners, like my Gurudev did. My Gurudev made a prayer the next moment. He got it. So Bhakti Charu Maharaj offered prayer to Srila Prabhupada. All the assignments you were given to me, I have finished. So, what's the next one? Give me the next one. And Papa said, all right, you come. So, what is the difficulty? That the prayer a pure devotee made, Krishna responded to it. What is our problem with that? Yes, we know that his physical absence has a lot vacuum in our own Krishna consciousness. Yes, but at the same time, a serious devotee should be happy. A serious devotee should be happy. Happy why? He has gone back home, back to Godhead. If he had gone to hell, then we have a cause to think about. A person is going back to Godhead. What is our problem? Srila Prabhupada has all his people he engaging in his service, and Prabhupada is giving him a different service. What is our problem with that? At his own request, he requested Prabhupada. I've finished this service now, so what's the next one? And Prabhupada said, okay, come. I have another one for you now. What is our problem? This is my question. What is our problem? When pure devotees are here, what do we do with them? Only find fault with them. Always look at the thing they didn't do. What they are doing, we don't see. What they don't do, yes, see. So Krishna has a different plan for his pure devotees. Yes. A pure devotee lives forever. For those who are devotees or bona fide disciples, you are connected eternally with your spiritual master. Eternally. In fact, this is the time for every serious bona fide disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj to show what kind of a disciple we have been all along. By how much we are going to follow him now, we are going to feel him, we are going to communicate with him in our spiritual. This is the time to prove what kind of a disciple we have been. Yes. The space He created is difficult to fill. That is clear. I will know. Better for us is to follow His instructions, His footsteps, and be a bona fide representative of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Then everything will be wonderful. He'll be very, very happy. He'll be very, very happy. If we don't follow that, then whatever we may do, it has nothing to do with it. Because the pure devotees coming here is to help us make the way, make things very easy for us to understand, by their own personal example. I went to Jain, where he has very magnificent temple. Very nice, beautiful, powerful, very nice disciples. Ujjain, that is where Krishna Balaram went for school. So GBC has a school for training gurus. It's in Ujjain, and Maharaj provide all the facilities. All the facilities. We go for a program anyway, you have to pay. But when devotees go for a guru seminar, guru training in Ujjain, don't pay. Everything is free. Why? Because he sees the devotees as his spiritual part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore, he deals with everyone equally. The other day we heard from Her Grace Prasanta Mataji. Maharaj asked her to give class. He's supposed to give, like I was saying before. He's supposed to give the class. A Sunday, so many congregational members and disciples are all there in the full, the whole place full. The ego will be high. Yes, I'm the one to give the class. And Maharaj is requesting to go and give. And then the next morning also he requested, you can lead Kirtan. Mangalarati. That will not happen in many temples. Woman, white body. No. Racism will come inside. Because he's free from racism, he can do that. Always encouraging devotee in whatever we can do in our Krishna consciousness. I listened to one of the lectures I gave in America. He said, we should work, but work nicely for Krishna. We should study our books. Study the books very nicely for Krishna. This is what you can offer to Krishna. Even taking prasadam. Take prasadam very nicely. I'm going to sing. Sing very nicely. So whatever we can offer, offer it nicely to Krishna. That's all. Offer our talent to Krishna. This is the teachings about Gita. Perfect. So sweet, so simple, very direct. Nice. And I remember he gave a very, very, very intuitive, I said, explanation. How they had a house program. It was a house program he attended. And then the house is so many flags, it was flags. I listened to the lecture. And remember? So he asked, what is this? And the host gave an explanation. So the devotee very intelligently gave him a needle. So forward, keep this for me. Keep this needle for me. I'll take it from you next slide. Okay? How am I going to keep this? How are you able to keep all these things? So very analogically, just passed the philosophy so straight. The person could understand, oh, this is very logically, he could understand, oh, I've been in Maya all along. I better check myself now. Okay, so he's told Bhakti Charu Maharaja has lived his perfect Krishna conscious life as an example for all of us to follow. It is better for us to represent him nicely. This is all we have to do now, to represent him nicely. And representing him nicely will make Maharaj very happy with us. We should never think that now Maharaj has gone, so he's not here, so my life is empty. No one should think like that. Think like that it means that we have never understood his teachings perfectly for all the years he has been with us. He is always with us and ready to help us at all times. He's holding Bhakti Charu Maharaja 𝐾𝐸𝐬𝐬. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Well,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
yeah.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna.